I wanted to take a minute and make a quick video. I wanted to show you, I will be putting up a new website for the Travel Junkie into 2025. I'm working on that now, but it'll be a few weeks away still. But one thing I wanted to do was take our calendar appointments, and instead of having them go to a main website where you have to do a drop down and all that, there is a way through our Google accounts that we can do them directly for each agent. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I'll show you a couple examples that I already have, and walk you through how to make your own page where you have your own shareable link. People can book the appointments that you offer, and it is synced direct with your schedule, and you can put in criteria for reminders to avoid conflicts in your schedule, all kinds of good stuff. So what you're going to do first is open your calendar, and if you're logged in as yourself, you're going to go to create, and you'll see appointment schedule as an option at the bottom. If you click that up, what this is going to do is give us the opportunity to make a bookable appointment schedule. So the title is pretty self-explanatory. We'll say that this is going to be for a cruise consultation, and we want it to be an hour long. I want to accept these between 9 and 5. You can take out days if you don't want to do Saturday or Sundays, or if you want to go to 7 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock, whatever works for your schedule, you can put all that in there. Scheduling window, I'll let people book as far as 2 months out. I prefer nobody books within 24 hours. I don't like missing them or having them be last minute if I have other things scheduled. And it is important here to make note that you use your calendar well. You put things in your calendar that are important if you're going to be unavailable, so that it'll automatically check. And if you already have something in there, it won't show it as available to your clients. And then adjusted availability is just say, I don't want Christmas on this list. I can just exclude Christmas. There's no appointments for Christmas. Or I want to have my birthday off, right? That's a day that I'm not going to be available at all. Or if it was just that day that you were only available in the morning or whatever, you can change it by day is the point of that feature. Booked appointment settings. This is great if you want to have time. You don't want them back to back, one consultation to the other. Sometimes they run over, or you need a minute to get your notes into turn. I typically like to have at least 20 minutes so that people can't book them right on top of each other, but that's up to you. I don't limit how many bookings you can have in a day, but you might only have 3 consultations in you, and you don't want more than that. You can check that box and say whatever that number is. And I like that they can invite other guests, so they can come on, schedule, and then they can include the other people that might want to be in on that consultation too, without you collecting all that information from them. Calendar is pretty simple. It should be defaulted to your calendar. And then co-host, if you have anybody that you specifically like, maybe you work with your spouse or something like that, and you're both going to be there, and you want both people to get those consultations on their calendar. You can set that as a standard, or you can just add them appointment at appointment if you're just having somebody jump in on a consultation and you don't want that to just be the default, but you can definitely do that there. And then the second page is basically the same. This is going to show you what account, how your name displays, and what picture is showing. Location, you can set this to be an in-person meeting or a phone call, depending on what you're setting. Or you can leave it blank and specify it manually every time you get one. I would say if you're doing, say, a phone consultations, I've already created one. I'll show you at the end for a phone consultation. I've created one for an in-person consultation. And obviously it's easy to select those location and conferencing options for those. Descriptions, let me know if you want some help on these. I've written out a couple. We'll say for this right here, I'm going to say 1 hour planning cruise consultation, and then I basically broke it down to say kind of expect that we're going to talk about destinations recommendations. Since this is a cruise, I might change that to itineraries, ships. This is just what I had for my last in-person one. So I'm just kind of moving through so you can get an idea that that's what you can do here is just kind of fill that all out. There's a booking form. So currently by default, there's first name, last name, and email address. If you want to go into a little bit further, you can also do custom item and say preferred cruise line. You can say number of travelers. I don't know how to spell. And whether you want that to be required or optional is an option as well. And then maybe you would say, dates of travel. These would be things that you want to know, whatever you need them to tell you before the consultation. You can add that and make that custom. The other thing that I think we could do here is take all of these and we could just do a link to an external form. So for instance, your turn form to collect everyone's names and put it right into your into your CRM. We could link that there too so that they see that right away. Payments and cancellation policies is another cool thing, and I will talk a little bit more about Stripe as we move forward. But you can connect to a Stripe account if you want to collect a plan to go. You can do that right up front before the consultation. And then if you want to have a cancellation policy, cancel within 24 hours, or there's, whatever it is that you want to make that policy. I don't currently have one. Haven't given it much thought. It's never really been much of an issue for me. So that is an option. And so, of course, by default, they'll get a calendar invitation. It'll be in your appointment in their calendar invite. We'll email them with whatever email they give you. But then an email reminder the day before the account. And I like to add a reminder for about an hour before, too, because people just get busy, lose track of time or whatever. So sometimes that pops up and they go, oh, right, I have that phone call in an hour. You know what I mean? So put those out there for you. And that is all there is. So now I have a bookable appointment for a cruise consultation. And if I were to share this for somebody that just wanted a cruise, I could just share this particular appointment consultation booking option. Or I can go to all my booking pages here and see that I've set one up for an in-person, a cruise, a travel. You could do honeymoons and whatever. And then you just have this one page here that you could share by link and send that or put it in your signature line. And then people can click on it, pick what kind of consultation they want. I want a travel consultation. It'll see which days, explain what I said there. It'll have what days I'm available. So, Tuesday at 1 works for me. And then it'll ask some information. And as you can see, I had a couple things, approximate dates of death, it's a couple optionals. So, and if you don't want that to say optional, just click it, make it required. You can do that. So I wanted to share this with you guys because this would be a better way, I think, for everybody to schedule time with their clients if you haven't already done that. If you have any questions about how to do this, just please reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you. And that'll do it. Have a great day.